I want to kick it off and start off with some of this breaking news that we're hearing about a federal watchdog agency calling for White House counselor Kellyanne Conway to be removed for office for violating what's known as the Hatch Act. It's meant to bar federal employees from engaging in elections. What do we know about this, Paula?
That's right, Rita. The Hatch Act prohibits federal employees from using their official office to influence elections. And this watchdog argues that Kellyanne Conway has repeatedly violated the Hatch Act through her use of Twitter and her various media appearances. And this watchdog says the president should remove her from her position. But we're getting a sense through this letter from the White House counsel of how the White House intends to defend Kellyanne Conway. They argue that the Hatch Act may not even apply to people like Kellyanne Conway because she's one of the most senior advisors to the president. They argue that this case is unprecedented, and they take issue with some of the way this has all gone down, the process of this investigation, arguing that they did not always have a fair opportunity to respond. But if you look at the report from this watchdog, Rena, I see specific instances during gaggles that I was present for. And it's clear Kellyanne Conway is aware of the Hatch Act and that she does have some obligation. She does get questions, certainly, about various Democratic candidates, and she will sometimes catch herself. And she'll tell us, I can't answer that. I got to be careful with the Hatch Act. So she is aware that she has some obligation. And in this investigation, those kind of comments that she makes in the gaggles, those could be used against her. There's also times when she comes and she gladly will filibuster on various Democratic candidates, attacking them all kinds of different ways. She's formerly a pollster. She tends to like to opine on candidates, on campaigns, on the election. It's just, once again, in the Trump administration, we're sort of in an unprecedented case, and it'll likely have to fall to a federal judge if anyone wants to truly pursue this and try to force the administration to take action against her.
Bob, what more do we know about this watchdog group? Does it have any sort of political leanings? And have they called for firings of previous White House administration officials?
No. As far as watchdogs, most of them, I think you can characterize as left-leaning, but this one doesn't have necessarily any sway with the White House. And as Paul was mentioning, Kellyanne Conway has been around a long time. She was a Republican pollster before she joined the campaign. She worked for Ted Cruz. She knows what the Hatch Act is, and clearly she knows that the president's going to protect her. So this is a situation where, yes, this is getting a lot of attention today, but is it going to lead to any changes? No.